I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think it's... Oh!
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his path there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's Williams, rejected by Collison. Whoops, they pick off the pass. But they recover it. And Bryant gets it to go.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Three-pointer, Collison good. And Collison's got 5 points in the quarter.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Young with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Collison kicks to Curry. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Curry's got 7 points.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Can't connect. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And for Sacramento, they're shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Taking a look at the Lakers. Hands out there with Robert Sacre. Then there's Brown. Then it's Ryan Kelly. And it's Clarkson in at the 1. And they're able to recover. And they'll keep possession.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
To the middle. Stolen by Anderson. Here we go, one-on-one. Again, Sacramento.
Looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here. So I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
AC, and he uses the glass on the layup. AC's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Down low, and stolen by Butler.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Tarek Black, he's checked in for the Lakers. And there's the pass to Ace. It's stolen by Nance. Brown the pass to Clarkson. Kupis with the block. They get it back. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Nance. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the kick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Here's Clarkson. No good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way to the inside. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Kelly, they get it again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pulls up. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Clarkson, tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go. This sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein comes in for Quincy Acey, and McLemore subbed in for Butler. Randall's checked in for the Lakers. Russell comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Los Angeles with another miss.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Anderson's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Cauley Stein.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Kelly. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Anderson dishes to Kufis. Again, Sacramento.
Kufis.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Russell. Here's Black. Drops in the layup for 2.
Tarek Black.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
And the Kings making a change here. Caspi's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Sacre's checked in for Tarek Black. And Nick Young is subbed in for Brown.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominating in every area.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Rondo. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
And the Lakers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Here's Caspi, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Randall with the bucket. Here's Sacramento now, and here's Anderson for 3.
That's a 3.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to...
Well, Rudy, congratulations on the win. How would you evaluate the team's offense tonight?
I think our defense kind of got our offense into it. We're that kind of team. Our defense makes our offense. We run the floor and we share the ball. So whenever we out there playing defense like we did today, we usually are in a good position.
Well done, Rudy. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Doris, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rajon Rondo. We watched a marvelous 3rd quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the chart. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting...
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSQ da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Kobe Bryant now in the twilight of his career, very few have had his fuel and his drive. Shaq, you played with him. Give me your thoughts on Kobe.
Yes, he has 5 championships. Yes, he's passed up Michael Jordan in scoring.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It's the Lakers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, such sweet mid-range jump shooting accuracy. It was his bread and butter in college, and Greg, the same here in the pros.
He gets tremendous lift going up, really squares himself to the rim and releases it quickly. Almost an impossible shot to defend.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, a bit ago, Byron Scott and I were able to chat, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. Saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
And as always, Doris, thank you. And stolen by Russell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Clarkson with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Russell with a wide open look. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they... So the Lakers win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the center position.
Wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo foray performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a glimmer?
I'm going to let it slide.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. 11 feet away. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, and Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
Lets it fly, and another basket for Toronto.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The Lakers off to a slow start. 9-point game. Over in the corner, Randall. Randall is screen on Lowry. Feeds it to Russell. Can they get it? And the Lakers with another miss. Toronto have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Boy, this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And you can see the momentum swinging now. They've gotten a huge boost of energy, and now the offense is starting to click.
And Kobe gets it to go.
And, guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you can actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
And there's Randall on the assist by Russell.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Shoots, and again it's Toronto converted.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Now, here's Clarkson. DeRozan defending. Hibbert with a screen on DeRozan. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Toronto leading by 12. Lowry passes to Scola. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
That's good. 18 points for DeMar DeRozan.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created his own shot, and sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Byron Scott.
And he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Thanks again, Doris. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Damari Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Joseph dishes to Biyombo.
Biyombo!
Beautiful.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy the basket.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Lakers trail by 13. And they double up Russell. Young with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Dishes it to Sacre. And it's Russell in the corner. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Nobody near Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. Ross with a wide open look. And the three off target. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
For 3.
Russell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Raptors up 11. And will return shortly. And power forward.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I...
Madison Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yeah, Velcro Valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Not sure you can play any better offensively.
Very few bumps in the road so far. It's been an easy ride for them.
The star pair of with Damari Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
Los Angeles ball.
Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well. Clark, they just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
That's his first personal foul.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Hibbert, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And with the Lakers and their lack of offense.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor. Well, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Clarkson kicks to Kobe. Bryant is doubled. Hibbert with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Young with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Great one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. Raptors leading by 14. Carroll passes to Lowry. Here's DeRozan. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. DeRozan's got 11 points in the quarter.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Hibbert gets the bucket.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And Young comes over to help. Pulls up on the wing. DeMar DeRozan again. DeRozan's got 31.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And the Raptors with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. The Lakers also making some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Randall. Williams comes in for Young. And it's Russell in for Jordan Clarkson. And some changes here for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Damari Carroll. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the Lakers also making a switch. Sacre is checked in. Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his specialty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
From the line, good. It's Johnson with the assist that time.
Terrence Ross.
9 points now for Terrence Ross.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Kobe goes in. Great open look there. Bryant's got his second basket.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Ross. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, clearly the Lakers are not a great team. They did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench. You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
That's good. Ross has got 13 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. The Lakers with the ball. Now the dish to Williams. To the inside. And finished off by Bass.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Pass to Williams. The kick out to Bryant. With 2 seconds left. No good. And through 1 half.
Hey, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 31 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a 1-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Just a fantastic game for DeRozan. 31 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bryant gets a wide open look. Russell dishes to Clarkson. The three-pointer no good.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
The drive by Bryant. On the wing, DeRozan. He's covered by Clarkson, and the shot is good. And that's now 33 points for DeMar DeRozan.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And he gets it back. The drive by Russell. Here's Hibbert. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Hibbert's got 10 points.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto, took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach, really known as a defensive specialist. But once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Young, and the shot falls short this time.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Corey Joseph's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Screen by Young. Russell with it. Lowry picks him up. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Scola. Fires at the elbow. And things wrong. That's good on the assist from Joseph.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about. He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And Young kicks to Russell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Young's shot is off. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Clarkson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Really left alone that time. 8 points for D'Angelo Russell.
There is no way. No way.
Oh, look out, and then he pulls stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Good. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The shot by Lowry, no good. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Good.
Assisting Jordan Clarkson.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep three-point range, Lowry can't get that one to fall. The Lakers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Pass to Hibbert, off the pick, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Hibbert's got 12 points in the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Toronto ahead, running away with it. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Corey Joseph is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Johnson. And it's Patterson in at power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Raptors leading by 22. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 4 points this quarter.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Williams, and another basket for the Lakers.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Ross gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals. You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Russell with the bucket.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Here's Ross, and the foul called on Terrence. Ross. That's his first foul. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Toronto.
DeMar DeRozan.
High passes to Williams. The feed to Sacre. Back to Williams. Wide open. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
A really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big shot.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Up top, Kobe. He's guarded by Ross. Bass can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And there's Johnson. That's good. On the assist by Patterson. 8 points for Johnson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Kobe. Sacre kicks to Bass. The 17-footer goes down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
DeRozan with it. Williams picks him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to go to DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Biombo is checked in for Patterson, for Ross, and it's Wright in for Joseph.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Biombo. And again, it's Toronto converting.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
1:41 left to play here in the fourth.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And, Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant the game was for DeMar DeRozan. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
And Toronto making a change here. Patterson's checked in. DeRozan's shot is good.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
He goes big time with the toss right over Kobe Bryant.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And the Raptor franchise record for home wins is 30, set back in 07. And you get the feeling with the way the crowd gets into it, that record won't stand much longer.
Free throw hit from Brown. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Russell, he's checked in for Bryant.
That's a jump ball.
And the Lakers with possession here. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's Brown with the drive.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Shooting for Toronto.
He misses the free throw.
Brown at the line for 2.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Didn't think that was going to go in. DeRozan's got 51.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And so Toronto takes. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about.
Kyle, congratulations on this win. Tell us what the team's objective was tonight that most helped in getting this victory.
Everybody played. We all played together. You know, we stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Cohesiveness and aggressiveness, a pretty good combination. Thanks for the time, Kyle. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, DeMar DeRozan. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, And he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the